Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Dong Report, where I give out my favorite MLB home run picks for the day. My name is Matt Modi. You are watching Jedi Modi Sports Betting, and let's chat about some dongs. So first, before I give out my plays for today, need to do a recap of yesterday. Unfortunately, yesterday was not our day. I gave out 3 picks on this YouTube channel. We did not get any of those 3 plays to cash. End the day 0-3, down 3 units. That brings our total profit on the Dong Report down to up 47.65 units. So still obviously having a ton of success, 10.6% ROI. But yesterday was not one of our days. As for today, I got 3 more home run picks for you guys to lock in. If you're not already, please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. For this specific video, I would appreciate it if you could like and comment, and let's chat about some home runs. So play number 1. In the White Sox versus Rangers game, we're taking Luis Robert Jr. to hit a home run. That is at plus 440 odds at FanDuel. So we went with Luis Robert Jr. yesterday. Unfortunately, no dice with him, but we are trusting him going back to the well tonight. First of all, the value on him at plus 440 is incredible. No other book has it at above 360. So the FanDuel is giving us really, really good pricing here. So now with Luis Robert Jr.'s dong-less performance last night, he's now gone 4 straight games without hitting a home run, and he's got 1 in his last 10. Now, leading up to the All-Star break, Luis Robert Jr. was on fire, and he slowed down a little bit since then. With that said, the All-Star break returned on July 14th. He still has 3 home runs in that span, so it isn't as though he just hasn't been able to do anything. And even if you look at his advanced stats, still shows a batter that is hitting for pretty good power. Since July 14th, again, even with this cold streak, he has an ISO rate of 22.7%. Now, ISO rate stands for isolated power, literally just measures how much power a batter gets. It's the best way to measure raw power with nothing else being taken into account. 22.7% is considered great. Anything 20% and above is great. Anything 25% and above is excellent. And if you look at that same span since July 14th, but specifically look at right-handed pitching, because that's what he'll be going up against tonight for the Rangers, his ISO rate goes up to 25.9%. So excellent. Not as good as his season-long stats, but still in the excellent threshold. And then Dane Dunning pitching for the Rangers, who I mentioned is a righty. Luis Robert Jr. has a clear advantage over him, so I like for him to cash a dong for us tonight. Next up, in the Angels versus Braves game, we're taking Matt Olson to hit a home run. That is at plus 255 odds at FanDuel. Now with Olson, Luis Robert Jr. was on a cold streak. Olson is the quite opposite of that. Requires literally no selling at all for Matt Olson. The dude's been on fire. He didn't go yard yesterday, but prior to that, he had hit 4 home runs in a 4-game stretch, going yard twice on July 30th. So in a 4-game stretch, he hit a home run in 3 of those games in a total of 4. Just a ridiculous batter. He's got 36 home runs on the year, and he's got 7 since the return of the All-Star break. So since July 14th, he has 7 home runs. Looking at his power numbers since that date is ridiculous. An ISO rate of 41.8%. Remember, anything 25% and above is excellent. An ISO rate of 41.8% is silly. And just to further demonstrate how good he's been, he's got an OPS of 1.139. And remember, league average is about 700. Now, similar to Robert Jr., Matt Olson mashes right-handed pitching. So since those same dates, since July 14th, also against right-handed pitching, his ISO rate goes up to 42.6%. Just ridiculous. The pitcher on the mound for the Angels is Lucas Giolito, pitching for the Angels, after being traded over. Now, that's a matchup that clearly favors Matt Olson, and Giolito has been prone to giving up the long ball this year with a home run per 9 of 1.57, which is not very good. So obviously the plus 255 odds takes into account how ridiculous Matt Olson has been, but it's still a value even at that number. It's on the positive expected value page for OddsJam. Love this play for Matt Olson. Next up, last play of the evening, Padres versus Rockies game. We're taking Manny Machado to hit a home run, plus 290 odds at FanDuel. Now, I'll admit, this is like the third or fourth time in the past week or so that we've had Machado on the Dong Report. He's yet to cash for us. So if he doesn't cash for us tonight, we might need to take a Dong break from Machado, similar to Joey Votto a couple weeks ago. For those of you that have been tuning in consistently, we had a similar issue to Joey Votto. We've taken a little bit of a break since then. We'll have to see with Machado. He's gone homerless in his last 6 games at this point, 6 straight games without hitting a home run. In the last 2 of those games have been played at Coors Field. All 2 of them have been incredibly juicy weather games, 4 home runs to be hit. Today is no different at Coors Field. But I will say, in Machado's credit, similar to Luis Robert Jr., even with the recent cold streak, you look at Manny Machado's stats, specifically since July 14th. So obviously a small sample size, which includes this recent cold streak. Manny Machado has an ISO rate of 24.2% and pretty good numbers across the board as well. He's also hit 5 home runs since the All-Star break. So again, similar to Luis Robert Jr., it isn't as though he hasn't been able to do anything. And the pitching matchup clearly favors Machado. Kyle Freeland is pitching for the Rockies. He's a lefty. He's horrible. He gives up a ton of home runs. If you look at Manny Machado's stats since July 14th against left-handed pitching, his ISO rate jumps all the way up to 35.3% and an OPS of 1.125. So again, remember, league average is 700 for OPS. Anything 25% and above is excellent for ISO rate. And in that span, he's got 2 home runs and only 23 plate appearances. So very, very good stats for Machado against left-handed pitching. I'm confident that he will be able to cash one for us tonight, giving us a 3-0 day, rounding out our Dong report for the evening. So if you are tailing, comment and let me know. Other than that, remember to like the video. Again, I mentioned comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Appreciate everybody for watching, and have a good one.